Guys, what's up? Welcome to a brand new type of video today. Today, we're revisiting a film. This is a segment that I've wanted to actually do on my channel for a while, and that is revisiting films. Old films, new films, and films that maybe I have a different perspective on now. First film I wanted to focus on in the series is, well, Dunkirk. This film just got nominated for a ton of Oscars, especially Best Picture and Best Director. We're not just going to go into the technical aspects, because we all know this film is brilliant on a technical aspect, so I'm not going to get into all the technical Oscar achievements. But once the nominations came out for Best Director and Best Picture, I was curious to rewatch this film, because when I first initially reviewed it, I enjoyed it. I got what it was about, but I didn't get the love for it, and I still gave it a pretty good, decent grade. I gave it like an A, and I still stand by that grade, and pretty much that was the last time I saw the film. I haven't seen it since, but it was on Amazon for $10. I said this is something that I'm wanting to revisit and see how does it hold up at home, especially since you're not having surround sound around you, and I do have surround sound, so I decided to turn that off for this and just see how does the film still hold up after that. Does it deserve the Oscar nominations? Does it deserve all the love it's getting? That's something I was curious to see, and let me tell you, frankly, I love Dunkirk. This second viewing, even at home, for some reason worked even more for me than the first time. And maybe that comes down to the point that I didn't have any hype for it anymore. I didn't have any excitement for it. I was just watching it to revisit the film and see how it is, and I thoroughly enjoyed it 10 times more than I did in the theater. And now I wish I could see it in the theater again. I hope that they start re-releasing them for the Oscars, because I will for sure go and check it out again. This film is different on many aspects, and I would totally give Christopher Nolan the Oscar nom for it. I think he deserves it. I think a lot of people are overlooking what he did on a technical aspect, but also something that Dunkirk does, because Dunkirk is an unordinary war film. It's different, and I think that's something people aren't recognizing and giving enough credit to. This film isn't filled with a ton of war cliches where people are sitting around the fire talking about the families, and no one's talking about their families or joking around how much they want to have sex when they get home or how much they just want to see their family. No, we don't get any of those sequences. There's no time in Dunkirk for those sequences. There's no time for character development. There's no time for character progression. The only time that Dunkirk has is to move forward with the action, to move forward with the experience. And that is the key word for Dunkirk. And that is the key word for Dunkirk. It's an experience. An experience that I don't think many people have ever felt before in a movie. In fact, anyone's had this experience in any war film. Yes, we all have had war films where there's tons of action stuff, but have you ever been to a war film where they don't progress any of the characters? Where they really don't give any notice to what's going on? They just drop you into the middle of the battlefield. And that's something special that I even recognized when I saw in the theater, but watching it at home, I recognized it even more and fell in love with that concept that Nolan is a very talented director. And this goes into a lot of reasons that I think a lot of people were, well, disappointed in Dunkirk. I think a lot of people were disappointed in Dunkirk for the main reason being we've come to know Nolan as a very experimental director. Of course, if you've seen Inception, Interstellar, and now Dunkirk, you can see that. But we were expecting character progression. We were expecting excellent dialogue because that's what all of his other films had brought. We were expecting something different, but every single Nolan film is an experience. Really think about that. Every film is an experience. Memento, The Prestige, Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, Interstellar, and I mean, you can even go to those first few, and you can even say they were all experiences. That's where Dunkirk feels more. It goes into a different genre that we usually are used to, but takes out all the cliches, and Dunkirk changed it. Nolan changed something into the war film where he said, hey, we don't need character progression. We don't need any of these cliches. All we need is good storytelling through our eyes and through the development of what's happening on the battlefield. And that's something different. I loved watching it the second time. I can't say enough that I love Dunkirk. I can't say that enough that it worked more for me on every single level. I can't say that I can now say that I agree wholeheartedly with the Best Picture nomination and Best Director nomination. I'm 100% on both of those, and I think Nolan even has an outside shot of beating Del Toro for it. I even think Dunkirk has a Best Picture chance of winning. And maybe you guys have different opinions for why you didn't like Dunkirk, and that's fine. My job here is to tell you guys why I like it more now, or maybe why I disliked it. That's why I made this segment, revisiting films, and revisiting Dunkirk is something I've been wanting to do. And I hope this encourages you guys to go check out Dunkirk again and see, does this work for you? Does this open a more perspective to you? Because you can analyze so much of this film. I mean, the ticking time clock. When I first saw it, I didn't get it. But then when you see it again, I'm not going to spoil the meaning of it, but the meaning that I got out of it stuck with me. It's very unique storytelling, and that's what this film does. It's a different type of storytelling. We've never gotten 3 different types of stories in this one war zone, where it's 3 different things going on at once, and it's just the way they intersect, the way they intertwine is so unique and weird at the same time, but different. And Dunkirk, again, is one of the most unique films, I think, of last year that I think a lot of people are very much overlooking, and I cannot express enough for you guys to go check it out again. And if you haven't seen Dunkirk, I hope this extends to you that you guys should go see Dunkirk, and I hope this reaches out to you and says, hey, you know what, now I should check it out. Especially you guys should check Amazon out and see if it's still $10. Because if it is, that's a deal. It's $10 to see Dunkirk. If you don't like it, go sell it to your local pawn shop or record store or whatever that takes movies and get like $15 out of it. And I hope you guys comment down below and tell me what your guys' thoughts are of Dunkirk. I hope you guys like this video. I hope if you guys like this, make sure to comment down below and tell me what other films I should revisit. That's something I've been kind of wanting to do. I'm sure there's a ton of films that would be fun to revisit, maybe that were overlooked. Leave some comments down below and let's talk about Dunkirk. Let's talk about our revisiting and let's see what your guys' thoughts are. I'm curious to hear if you guys have had the same reaction or if you guys just still do not like Dunkirk. I know, Men vs. Movies, Griffin, if you're out there watching this, you, for sure, I know, you love Dunkirk, and that's kind of the reason I kind of did this video, was to see why does he love it so much. Well, I'm kind of on board with you on that one now. Guys, of course, make sure to go check out sandwichjohnfilms down below, because you guys down there, you guys can find movie news, movie reviews, and even advanced screens to a film near you that could be Early Man, Game Night, Ready Player One. Tons of great films are coming out soon. I doubt you guys are going to miss that, and I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty cool to see it before all your friends. So until next time, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you guys always catch my videos, and stay classy.